Hello, my hearties. A very good evening to you. It's just me, Scottie McClue, and we are, of course, live on the big one, Saturday night, 9 o'clock sharp. Nothing gets past me, and here we are live on the YouTube and the TikTok. I hope you can come and join us. So lovely to be with you. And tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10. Can we start off by wishing everyone a very, very happy new year? I think that's incredible. I hope you've had a nice time. I hope most of you were able to join us for the Hogmanay Bash last week. It was tremendous. It went off really, really well. And thank you very much for that. Very much appreciated. I can tell you. Evening all, says Tups were here. You're the first one on, Tups. I tell you, Happy New Year, Scottie and everyone. There we go. Dinky-Doo. Everybody's coming and joining us now. This is what we like. Fantastic. But tell us where you're watching from. That's very important as well. And hopefully we'll get some phone calls tonight to wish your family a happy new year. There we are. Dinky-Doo. Hello, Tough Scout. Hello, Kyle. Hello, Mr. Man. Hello, Shogun. Hello, Freelander. Hello, Like the Live S. S, that's a good one. S asterisk as a handle. We like that. Fantastic. S asterisk as a handle. Wonderful stuff. I'll move that round a little bit, see if we get a little bit more of you there. That is tremendous. Always lovely to have you with us. Great accolades coming in for the Hogmanay Bash in its 33rd year. Tremendous stuff. Hi, Scottie. Dinky-Doo. Did you invent Dinky-Doo? I did, Sonny. I invented Dinky-Doo. Tremendous. And, well, it had been about before. I think there was a mention of it in one of the great novelists. I'll have a look, and I think there were the Dinky-Doos, I tell you. But I brought it to prominence, shall we say. Fantastic stuff. Now, who else have we got in here? Let me see. I've got Rotten Crow, Scottie. It's the world's darts final right now. Robbie, that doesn't matter. We had people on last week, you know, who were watching it and also watching Scottie McClue. So after you're doing research in Provind Hall House, is it the oldest in Glasgow? Is it older than Provind's Lordship? Are they not much of a muchness? I tell you, I think that would be the Bishop's House out there in the wetlands. Yes, says AJL. Dinky-Doo. And there's Jada. Hello, Dinky-Doo. Hello, Jada. How are you? Lovely to have you with us. Good evening, Scottie and Tups. Hey, evening, Susan. I tell you. Who else have we got here? Love from Perth. Fantastic. We love that. How are you, Scottie? AJL, I am buzzing because there's so much happening in the land of McClue. We launched on the stroke of midnight Dinky-Doo Radio. So you can go to your app store and download that and listen. I tell you, oh, someone, a better class of person. Yes, you have a wooden toilet seat. Absolutely, Sonny. That's what it's all about, I tell you. And, of course, we've also launched Glasgow Essentials on the Facebook, so get following that. Slanjavar, Scottie McClue, Dodsey. Thank you. Shall I spell it for you? Capital SLAINTE. Next word, capital MHATH. Slanjavar, Slantima. Happy New Year, sir. Thank you, Dodsey. And Dodsey, thank you for all your kindness over the years. Bonjour, Monsieur McClue. Je te présente bonne et à vous. Je regrette, mais je ne parle pas français très vite. Si tu parles lentement, peut-être je comprends. Join us. There's France. Tell us where you're watching. That's the Gaelic way, says Dodgy. It is Dodsey. Not Dodgy, Dodsey. Big Shep is sending me red roses in a goal. Is that not so beautiful of you? Happy New Year, Scottie, says Chan Chan. I love this, guys. Some comments in the live were filtered to protect the community. That means that TikTok have just booted the wee trolls right down the Swanee. Off they go. There we are. I don't know why you get trolls at all. I've never quite understood that thinking. If you don't like something, move on. That's what I say. Evening, Scottie. Happy New Year from Bournemouth. Brun Breed, how lovely to have you from Bournemouth. Neil, there we are. Want him to be the Deputy PM. I thank you very much. Good evening, Scottie. Dinky-Doo, lovely to have you with us. Chan Chan has rejoined us. Isn't that beautiful? What's the secret to your energy, Scottie? Sonny, I don't know if I've got any great energy. I'm just doing my stuff. There's Irene. Hello from Germany. Nicht Deutsch sprechen, ich bin ein Ausländer. Nicht verstehen, I tell you, but lovely to have you with us. Nevertheless, Dinky-Doo. Matthew, Dinky-Doo to you as Sergio. Now, who else have we got here? Did you have a good Hogmanay, Scottie? Dotsy, I did my Hogmanay bash. That's us in our 34th year. So next year, if I'm spared by the good Lord, then that will be 34 years of Scottie McClue's Hogmanay bash on radio and television. Dinky-Doo, Scottie from South Lanarkshire. I was coming up the motorway the other night and I entered South Lanarkshire. Oh, right away down at where? Abington, I'll tell you. What do you drink at New Year's, Scottie? Well, I don't really drink alcohol at all nowadays, but I did manage a wee something. I tell you, yes, indeed. That's what it's about. I was there briefly, but had to dash on the night. Dodsy, I saw you, and you were very kind to me on the night. Did you have to dash off to work, or did you have to dash out to a party? A wee whiskey, says Ian. Dinky-Doo, Scottie, all the way from Michigan. Lang may your lum reek, Chris, in Michigan. We thank you so much. International show, that's what it's all about. Murray was watching the darts last week and had me on his tablet, or the other way about. He had me on the telly and the darts on his tablet. I can't remember what he said. So there we are. Grouse. I don't grouse. No, we're very positive. It's cold tonight, Scottie. It's freezing tonight, I tell you. Free Scotland. Well, yes, free Scotland only means if we had full fiscal control of our affairs, Scotland would be free. I have a question, sir. Press on, sir. As full fiscal autonomy. That's what we're looking for. Teary eye upon seeing Edinburgh Castle. I'm Scottish born and I miss him. So, Dotsy, you're on the Isle of Man, but you're Scottish born. How do I become a true Scotsman? I don't know that there actually is such a thing as a true anything. I had a guy telling me he was 100% English, and he spat in a little cup, and they had a look at his DNA, and he was 60% Argentinian. You see, I'm ordinarily born living in Michigan. So there you are. What do you think of gay people? Well, I think they're just people, and their private life is their own. I've always wondered why gay people sometimes tell you they're gay. I don't sort of go up to somebody and say, just to let you know I'm a heterosexual. So there we are. Matthew says, Dinky-Doo, I tell you, Dinky-Doo, Matthew. If you're born in Scotland, then you're Scottish born. So there you are. But Dodsy, you see, I would say I'm 100% Scottish, but I'm actually originally Viking, if you go back 1,300 years. So there you go. I heard a lovely answer. You have to stay 150 years somewhere before they let you in. And I remember somebody saying, aye, yes, he might be that, but you're no a true Argyle man. And he said, well, thank God for that. Belated Happy New Year from Amsterdam. Ja. Wilt you and Kupate hebben? Come into house. I tell you. Where are all you guys and girls from? Real Rajas just joined us. Dinky-Doo Raja. How lovely to have you with us, and welcome, welcome, welcome. I left due to my parents making us leave when I was young. Right, Dodsey. We left Scotland when I was 5 years old. That's a very Scottish thing. It should be 5 years old, but you've done the Scottish thing and said 5 year old. So there we are. Is this show on the radio too? It will be, Ian. It isn't at the moment. It's on TikTok and YouTube live. I tell you, thoughts on season 7 of Fortnite, Scotty? Can you play Fortnite once a week? Nobody answered the other. How do you get 200 Pikachus on a bus? Right? That's the question. 200 Pikachus. How do you get them on a bus? I've been in Michigan almost 20 years. You could take the man out of Scotland. Absolutely. Yes, username 888. I am indeed. We began living on the island back in August 1989. I tell you. You Pokemon, good one, disaster. You get 200 Pikachus on a bus. You Pokemon. Pokemon. Would you ever consider joining our community radio? Mark, the only thing is I'm quite maxed at the moment. We've just launched Dinky-Doo Radio, and if you go to your app store, you can download the app and listen right now. Dinky-Doo Radio, DINKY, DOO, and then radio. Dinky-Doo Scotty from the West Riding of Yorkshire. It's a Port Glasgow boy here. Now you are talking. We love Port Glasgow. The port. The wee port, I'll tell you, what a wonderful place. Port Glasgow fed the world in shipping. And Thatcher killed Port Glasgow. So there you are. So not good stuff from that point of view. It's amazing we had them back in, you know. They forgave Thatcher. Well, I don't think they forgave Thatcher, but they let her party back in after they had completely economically devastated Scotland. I tell you. Hey, Scotty and everyone, Dinky-Doo, Clyde built, absolutely, Ian. I remember them. I remember Lithgow's and Scott's and all these things. Quite fantastic. The Kingston Yard, I believe it's the shopping store now. Hey, Scotty and everyone, wonderful. Is there no way they could have saved the Clune estate and refurbished the houses? Was it too far gone? Is Numpty Heed and the other guy here? Oh, Numpty Heed's always here. He might not let on, but no, I can tell you they're always here. Disaster, thank you for liking the live. Guys, sometimes you're all forgetting to like and join us. Actually follow us live. Mr. Martin Bliss, Mr. Martin, we say, what does the dinky mean? Dinky-Doo means is all well with you and the world. Thank you, Disaster, for joining my fan club. Now, there we are. You were, oh, yes, absolutely. I tell you, Walls has joined us. I'm the other guy. I'm definitely not here. You're not here, Tuxray. Almost forgot you were on. I was watching the darts. Amy, you can watch the darts and McClue at the same time. You know, get me on the telly and get the darts on your phone or your tablet or your laptop. I tell you. Now then, there's a blast from the past. Absolutely, John. And a blast for the future as well. I tell you, Scotty, were your school teacher? I was indeed. Scotty, in the 90s was the sound, my late teens. Yes, absolutely. Well, it's coming back. If you're in the Glasgow area or you're interested in Glasgow or you're from Glasgow, go to your Facebook and follow Glasgow Essentials. That's the new page. We're only a couple of weeks old, I tell you. Now, who else have we got? There's a new law. Do you like Family Guy? I don't really watch it. There's a new law to fly drones, about flying drones. Is there? What is it? Tell us more. Great result for the Rangers today, Scottie. Yes, I send congratulations to Rangers and I send commiserations to Celtic. So there you have it. But somebody has got to win, and that means somebody has got to lose. So, but 3-1, I mean, that's quite a piece of work, isn't it? I tell you. The Isle of Man now, yes, indeed. Tups and lups. I tell you. Do you all have the same problem typing as I do? I tend to leave people a wee voice message now. Say, hello, just me to say I'll be about 10 minutes. Estimated time of arrival. Because I think, no, I can't be bothered typing all that. So there we are. They've got us all typing stuff and filling in forms. So there we are. I had to do forms for the insurance for the car last week. Do you do this? Do you do that? Do you do the next thing? So there you are. I type first and then I think, says Dotsy. I'm a bit the same as I've Dotsy. We're still at the one-fingered stuff with the typing. I'm sick and a bit tipsy, so my typing's often wrong. There we are. It doesn't really matter. That's a very powerful phrase. It doesn't matter. I love watching you on the telly, says Jordan. Well, we're going back on the radio, so you'll not have to look at my physog, my coupon. There we are. I tell you. Lol, says Dotsy. Now, who have we got here? What age are you? What age am I? We don't know because I'm a time traveler, you see. That's been the problem. So we don't actually know. I could be between 1 million and 2 million years old. Yes, I tell you. But I do have a sort of earthly age. So there you are. I'm 41, says Dodsey. Well, Dodsey, I'm approaching 70. So I tell you, fantastic. Who else have we got? Angus is here. Scottie's a Celtic man. Have you ever been to Corby, Scottie? It's like Glasgow. It's little Scotland, Corby. Everybody moved down for the steelworks. And I couldn't believe it until I was in a restaurant one night. And there was a party in from Corby. It was very near. And there was a party in from Corby. And it was just broad Scottish chat. Quite strange. And you're about, I don't know, 50 minutes from London on the train. Scotty's Back to the Future, great. Scott McClue. Amy, that's right. We're back to the future. Well, you see, I've always actually been ahead of my time. And I'm ahead of my time again. Incredible stuff. I'm relying on the tender ministrations of Dr. Booth. He'll cure what ails you. No, he'll numb ye, so you don't know what ails you. Not too much, Dr. Booth, please, Tups, because it's not good for you. For your tummy, I tell you, some people never know when to chuck it. That's the problem. Now, I want to hear what your New Year's been like. I tell you, Trump's overstepped the limit now. We're carbolic. Has he? This man is so brave and so courageous. And he's really altering the badness in the world and filtering it out. And I've got to tell you, that's what's happening. I'll not say any more on that because you'll get all the dafties looking at the tiny, small picture rather than the big picture. So has he actually overstepped the limit? Or is he just in pursuit of decency and truth? I tell you. Now, what else have we got here? Old is gold, says Sonny. Sonny, you're such a kind man. That's what I would say. Now, what have we got here? Thank you for joining us. Thank you for following. There we go. Fraternal greetings from the Lodge of Prudence. Yes, fraternal greetings to you. I tell you. Now, what else have we got here? So, what do you need to be a time traveler? Was that? Wait, what? You're a time traveler? Yes, Jordan. Of course. Hello, Scottie. I remember you years ago. You called a woman a cheap lush. I was on the night shift. I think she was actually a cheap lush at the time. She more or less admitted it, if I remember. There's the wonderful Cheryl watching. Hello from Belfast. Hello, Belfast. How are you? There's Alien sending me beautiful red roses. Thank you, Alien, for 10 red roses. We never ask for anything, but I believe there's a little goal up there somewhere if you wanted to stick a red rose in. Now, what have we got here? Dodsey says, I don't make New Year's resolutions, Scottie. They never last, maybe because I don't have willpower that lasts that long. Willpower, I wonder where that came from. And it's like the command, when people go, fire at Will, and you think, poor Will, you're looking happy, Scottie. I'll tell you, 3-1, 3-1, Dinky-Doo. Well, I mean, you know me, I don't like to have too lang a face. There we are. So we need to find out what's actually willpower. What's involved? Oh, what a beautiful hand heart. Oh my goodness. I've just been sent a hand heart. V says Fiddy. So I take it it's from Aberdeen. Fiddy. Hello, you're live on Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
Hi, Scottie. It's Kareem here. How are we? Happy New Year.
Kareem, my boy. How are you? Kareem, I don't know if I ever got to tell you. See the night you phoned and I took you directly on the other device and you were worried that you'd caused a problem. It does. It sends it bananas, but it's my fault for answering it. So you're not responsible for that. You actually, it cuts off the broadcast or something.
Right.
Because you see, it's another app, so it writes off the other app, cancels the other app. But so what? You know what I mean? We live and learn. And Kareem, it's just as well it was you, because I know you understand.
Thank you, Scottie. Well, how was your New Year, Scottie?
My New Year was stunning with the most gorgeous Hogmanay bash, just an hour. But that's us in our 34th year of it. Why, oh, why the television companies and radio companies? Because they all get nervous at New Year because they know they're going to get an absolute drubbing from the public, whatever they put on. And why they don't just say, Scottie, are you free at Hogmanay? Can we, feed out your show on the radio and telly? And it would go an absolute treat for them.
Do you know, it was interesting, Scottie. I read a comment on Facebook, and it was obviously an older woman, and she was talking about when she was younger, how New Year's was everything on TV was fantastic.
Yeah.
You would have people rushing back from the pub at 10 o'clock to get in to watch the TV and bring in the bells. And
White Heather Club and Walter Carr and Lex, I don't know if Lex McLean was on, Chick Murray, Ricky Fulton with his particular show. Tremendous.
Big stars that have sadly passed on.
Yeah.
And, I was in holiday there and I was in Benidorm for the first time ever, and that was an experience.
You were in Benidorm. I wondered if you got yourself a small part in Benidorm.
Could you imagine that?
Tough Scouts just sent me a treasure box.
Oh.
Tough Scout, thank you.
But it was lovely over there. It was a new experience.
Was it warm?
My heart's with the Canaries. No, the Canary Islands. My heart's in the Canary Islands. Benidorm was nice. I would definitely go back, but my heart's in the Canary Islands.
The Canary Islands. Well, I got offered only about a couple of years ago to go to Gran Canaria and broadcast. But the problem I'd had there was, here's a guy called Sean, and he says, you're delusional. I don't know if he's talking to me. He maybe doesn't know my background. He's thinking I'm delusional with the television and radio companies. He doesn't realize I used to be on them. At New Year, the number of New Years I've spent either in ITV or the BBC. You know? And we used to just call in, and they were so delighted to see, you know, I would pop in and say, oh, come away in, that's brilliant. So I don't know what Sean's actually at. Usually when somebody says the word delusional, they know they've got absolutely zero argument. So they use that because they don't understand where you're coming from. They're boxed into a corner, and when you say delusional, that's all they've got left.
Oh, they're jealous of you, Scottie.
Well, I don't know why, because they could do it themselves. What I'm doing, anybody could do. You know?
Well,
somebody said one day, they said, why has nobody successfully ever replicated what you do? And I said to them, because they don't know what's coming next. And they said, all right. I said, and what they don't know is I don't know what's coming next. And I think...
But that's the beauty of it.
Well, it's live. It's you and I bantering away here. I didn't know you were going to phone. Maybe you didn't know you were going to phone. But it doesn't matter.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
Well, Scottie, to finish my point was the new year. I do think that they have to do something about it, because a lot of people actually complained about it was rotten. You know, it was really what they had on compared to what they used to have on. And, you know, a lot of people were complaining about it. And it's a shame, you know, because the talent that they had and the laughter and the joy, that's now gone.
I know, and it's such a shame for the performers that are on, because they'll be doing their best. But you see, what the traditional broadcasters had for a long time was very high quality light entertainment producers. And it was their bag to come up with a good bit of light entertainment at Hogmanay and New Year. So they would hire the talent in line with what they were doing. There was a wonderful guy at the BBC called Ian McFadden. And Ian's been gone a long time, but he was a brilliant. He was the one that produced the White Heather Club and pulled in talent like Ian Powrie, Jimmy Shand, Andy Stewart himself, all the other wonderful singers that they had, you know, and I could name them all. I'll not run through them all, but they had all that talent, and Ian McFadden would pull them in. And I can remember a guy at the BBC saying to me, just the two of us talking, and he said, do you know, I'm so sorry Ian McFadden isn't there any longer, because he would have helped you. In other words, he would have seen my skills and put them to work. You know?
Do you know what you've just said there, Scottie? And don't take it the wrong way, but I think I feel that what's happening in the world as things move forward, they are forgetting the experience. And I'll give you an example with that. When I flew back today, I won't name the airline, but they're a very good airline. And the captain was an older gentleman, you know, because normally when you go on, it's all these younger ones and the stewards and all that. And he was high-fiving the kids when he came in. he was talking to the staff. They were laughing, they were giggling, everyone was in such high spirits. When we're on the flight, he was telling you the plane's going at 500 miles per hour. Outside the plane's -50. You know, all these things that you don't get with younger pilots just now. It's like they're like robots.
And in a very rich, reassuring voice, no doubt.
Yeah. And
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's Captain
so
so.
Yeah. With TV, you're losing that with experienced people like yourself and others. They say about younger talent, but the younger talent have to be guided in as well. And, you know, I just feel it's a shame they're losing so much just to tick boxes nowadays.
Yeah. I think that's your problem. And you've also got to say, what is it? If you think these shows were light entertainment, now that didn't mean music or anything. I mean, we had Duncan McCrae, who used to come on and recite the Wee Cock Sparrow. You know, along came a man with a bow and an arrow, and he shot the Wee Cock Sparrow. And it was the man hit the boy, but he wasn't his farrow. You see, and it was just, and people were like, oh, I hope we're going to get Duncan doing his, Now Duncan McCrae died in his 60s, quite a young man, but he did so many parts in movies and huge talent. But at Christmas time, BBC Scotland, John Grieve, Roddy McMillan, all these characters, Alex McAvoy, the crew of the Puffer, the little boats that used to go around the West Coast. And there was a thing called the Vital Spark, which was pure comedy. 4 actors or half a dozen actors on a set as if it was the boat. And it was mobbed on, I think it was a Friday night, it went out about 8 o'clock or something, the Vital Spark. Everybody watching. Same with the likes of Parkinson. We used to run home from the rugby club because he was having major stars on. David Niven or James Stewart or John Cleese or whatever, but major stars on. Fred Astaire, And you thought, right, I must go to see Parky, and you downed your beer and pushed off.
It's you would like to think that times ahead, there's a market out there, and I just think that these producers that are doing everything to stay safe, to tick a box, they need to think outside the box and they start, making a change. And, there's so much talent and older talent out there, and that annoys me because of the experience. And I can go on and on about it, Scottie, but I just think things need to change.
You made an excellent point, and I think it's to do with going for the highest denominator, and I think that's what you've got to do, and letting people do that. Time for you to move to England, says Sean. Fantastic. Maybe he thinks the market's stronger for Scottie in England. But I mean, having said that, I broadcast to Central Scotland on Scott, and that was huge. That was 2.2 million people. But then when I went down to Manchester and Liverpool and all that, you're talking 5.2 million. And then we went into the Midlands and then up to the Northeast. We ended up with 12 million, And these are major markets. I remember a manager pulling me in, and I'm, to be honest with you, Green, I'm just the same at work as I am to you right now, right? And he pulled me in, and he said, Scottie, you just do not realize how big your audience is. You are working in major markets. And I said, well, we're just getting on with it because people are people,
Yeah. It's, and I think it needs to come back again because there's so much has happened, and people have so much to talk about, and I just don't think they've got the platforms. I know we've got social media, I know we've got TikTok, but radio has been around for a long time, and it's going to be here for a long time yet to come. And, you know, people listen to the radio, so, you know, let's not...
Well, we've got Dinky-Doo Radio, and I think you will find, I won't give too much away, but I think you'll find there'll be stuff happening at Glasgow Essentials. You know, because there is a market there. You see, there's DJ Stevie Boy, and he says, I saw you in a YouTube video called Trouble at the Top of Century FM, bought your megaphone in. And they did, you know. I wasn't going to go, and the programmer insisted. He said, I think you and I need to have a chat. And I said, no, I don't think we do. I'm quite happy where I am. And the next thing, he actually appeared over, came to me, and he had brought the contract.
There you go.
You know.
There you go. Well, listen, Scottie, I'm going to let you go. Thank you very much for taking my call tonight. Stay warm, because it is absolutely Baltic.
It's Baltic.
Baltic. And Dinky-Doo. I have been sharing Glasgow Essentials and liking it.
You're a wonderful man.
To get you know, a bit of publicity, people to start liking it. And if anyone's listening, please, you know, give it a like as well on Facebook. It's fantastic. The amount of information is very informative. It's really, really modern as well.
Modern, or modern, as we say in Scotland.
Dinky-Doo, Scottie.
Dinky-Doo, thanks, Kareem.
Have a great week.
And you, sir, bless you. What a fine man. So there we are. That was lovely of Kareem. And he's quite right, you know, get yourself onto Glasgow Essentials on the Facebook page and get following as soon as you can. You're the reason we aren't independent, so Sean. Sean, if you don't get 100% behind the monarchy, independence is toast, and it's people like you that don't get that. You don't see the big picture. So I think maybe you're trying to mirror yourself. I think probably people like you are the reason we're not independent, because the unionist vote's not going to change with people like you shouting and bawling out the window a lot of rubbish. So there you are. So support the Crown. That's that dealt with. And then we can deal with the other questions and go for independence. All right. There you are. I might stand for President of Scotland. You have the First Minister and you have the President. Yes. Because I don't think we can split the crowns, because that would take Scotland out of the British Crown. And Scotland actually is the British Crown. The British Crown is effectively Scottish, because we took it over in 1603. So there you go, Sean. So stop talking nonsense. Stop having a go at the likes of me. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. There we are. Happy New Year, Susan, says Kareem. Great call, Kareem, says Susan. Well done, look, what a player. Parkinson, Muhammad Ali, and a young Billy Connolly in the 70s. Absolutely. Great entertainment. You're live at Scottie's Phone In. Who's that?
Oh, Scottie, it's Topsway here.
Top.
I'm sick as a pig.
How are you, Lala?
Oh, you know, we were at Keighley for Hogmanay.
You phoned us. We loved it.
I know that was terrible. That's one thing I'm going to discuss with you in a moment.
All right.
No, I've caught some awful lurgy, so I'll apologise in advance, because this is going to be a low quality call, and I'm wasting everyone's time who's listening.
Listen, you've never made a low quality call in your life.
Well, the night is young, Scottie. The night is young. Well, I was just going to quickly say, yes, on Hogmanay. I think I said that I was 8.5% inebriated, because I watched it back on playback. No, I was about, out of 10, I was about 12. But what I was going to say is the guy I was with, who I described as my friend, he's a lovely guy, but I just met him that night.
Andy.
And he's in his late 40s, I would guess. And he's a lead singer of a ska band, so I was obviously
lovely.
Wanting to be, ooh, I love creative people. I'll be your friend. So I said to him when we were in the Keighley, he's about ages of me, so I simply said to him, you'll know Scottie McClue, won't you? And he said, of course I know Scottie McClue. And now that goes to the point that I've said so many times, and people who are younger or people who are overseas possibly don't realize, anyone close to my age, they all know who Scottie McClue is. You can use it as a conversation gambit, which I used the other night there to become friends with the lead singer of a ska band.
Oh, for goodness sake. I'll tell you, I got a bit of a backhanded compliment. A friend of mine said he'd said to this bloke, I know I've met Scottie McClue. I don't know if you know Scottie McClue. And he goes like this. He goes, oh, and he used an offensive word, right?
No way.
And the guy said, but you've obviously heard of him. Oh, everyone's heard of him.
Oh, excuse me, Scottie. I have to clear my tubes. Hang on.
What about a song? Would that clean the pipes out?
A song? Are you going to sing? Or
no, you. If you sang us a good New Year or something.
No. I'm not nearly sick or drunk enough to do either of those things, Gary. But thank you. Oh, but also, I am such a great singer, right? If I was to sing a song, you would get a copyright strike from YouTube. You'd get a takedown notice because it would be so close to the original, it would get taken down. So I don't think we want to do that.
You know, there's always, a quarter wit that has a go at you. When I'm talking, people go, oh, you have a great face for the radio. You see, and I say, yes, and the television, that's where it started. So that usually shuts them up and they go, Scottie McClue. I say, that's right, just the 2 degrees and the IQ of 164. So we give them all that. Well, one night I'd sung something. It wasn't great. I'm no great singer, but I like singing. And do you ever remember Florence Foster Jenkins?
Oh, she was the woman who famously sung really, really badly.
Very, very badly, but she was very wealthy. She used to book the Carnegie Hall.
Yeah.
You know, and all that stuff. And at the end of her life, when she was passing away, she'll say, some people will say I couldn't sing, but they can't say I didn't.
Well, that's very true. Hey, that actually reminds me of something else I was going to ask you. Now, you've stated that you're a time traveler, which I fully believe. Right?
Oh, yes.
Now, I suspect you are the best Doctor Who that we have never had.
Oh.
Now, I would ask, what I would say is, when your time eventually comes, let's all hope that you turn into a really good Doctor like David Tennant, and not into a really bad Doctor like Colin Baker.
Well, we won't slag them off, but wait till I tell you. I actually once phoned and said, what would be the chances? They were looking for the next Doctor. And I said, what would be the chances? And a lovely person at the other end said, I've got to be honest with you. It's a tough one, Scottie. In other words, they're going to scrutinize just what they want. But I actually genuinely believe if they didn't mess me about, they left me in my tweed jacket and tartan bow tie and tweed waistcoat and the bonnet and the half specs, which I shall put on for you to give you the full bit. I think I could make a good Doctor Who.
Well, Scottie, they're actually looking for someone just now, so I think you've just done your audition.
I've just auditioned for Doctor Who.
Can I say something? While we're on the subject, our nephew, he's a crazy Doctor Who fan.
Wow.
You wouldn't believe.
No, people do. They could tell you every episode. They could tell you all the baddies.
Yeah, well, we bumped into. We were in the Trossachs Hotel a couple of years ago, and I would never ever do this, but Jodie Whittaker, the Dr. S, was at breakfast with her family in the morning, and because of our nephew, as she was at the toaster, I just said, "Listen, I'm sorry. No, I would never do this except for our nephew. It was so important." And she just knew exactly what, and she made a video for our nephew. And I didn't think that it had gone. I didn't think it had worked. So I got my sister to think, and she did 2.
How lovely. How lovely.
Yeah, but then, unsolicited, out of nowhere, a week and a half later, David Tennant sent him one as well.
Oh, how beautiful.
Out of nowhere, and he asked that we don't post it online because he gets asked for these things a billion times.
Yeah.
But my nephew's disabled, so it's part of his. It's very important for his life.
How
and as
beautiful.
I say, David Tennant, unsolicited, sent him a personal message, a lovely personal message.
How beautiful. Yeah, no, these are lovely, lovely, lovely people. I mean, I can go back. I remember David's father, and he was a remarkable man. And
he was a minister in Ralston, I think.
Yes, and he was the moderator when Princess Diana died. And he talked so much sense. He was on the television, and he said, "I'm thinking, and we should all be thinking about the 2 little boys who have lost their mother."
Yeah.
And that's just beautiful stuff. These are lovely, lovely people. But I've always thought it'd be quite nice. There's a TARDIS outside the Ivy in Buchanan Street. I thought it'd be quite nice to just nip in there, and then it flashes, and that's McClue away,
I think that's what you've got to do.
So that's that. So Tops, what was it? Well, what Glasgow Essentials? Oh, that's fantastic, that page. People are loving that. And, it'd be nice if tonight we got up to 500. That's what I would like, 500 followers on that page, Glasgow Essentials on Facebook. But wait till I tell you. I was saying about the voice. So I'd sung something, and this guy said, "I don't give up your day job, Scottie," And I said, "Well, look, why don't you sing us something?" This was just on social media. And he said, "But, if I sang, I have sung and I've emptied a few pubs." And I said, "Well, I have sung and I've filled a few."
Oh, speaking of filling things, as I say, I rewatched the Hogmanay show. That glass was not alcoholic. Tell me that wasn't alcoholic. It was about half a pint, man.
I think I've still got it. Was it
really? I thought it was dandelion and burdock or something.
Was it that one?
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. Well, you did reasonable damage to it, so that's something. Just very quickly, there's one more thing I was going to say, and I'll let you go to deal with business. But do you not think
I could? Do you want me to share a secret with you?
Please do.
Right, now keep this to yourself, and I know I can rely on you.
That's all right.
You have a background. You have a background in secrecy. So what it actually is a tea bag.
When you actually drank it.
Somebody said, "Are you not having a dram?" And I said, "Oh gosh, no, I don't have anything." And then I just came up with a wizard wheeze.
Yeah, I suspected that because I know that you don't imbibe, so that's okay. I'll forgive you for that. You did raise a glass, but just very, very quickly, this is the reason I phoned in. But obviously, we always end up diverging to crazy places. Do you not think that New Year, i.e., January, is the worst time of the year to deprive yourself of things and to make resolutions? It's the coldest, loneliest, darkest month with nothing to look forward to except my birthday on the 29th, right? Do you not think that it's the worst time to make resolutions and to stop doing things? And where you should really do is just continue the Christmas spirit all the way through to February.
Well, the interesting thing is, perhaps we should make our resolutions in the summer.
Oh, that's a good idea. Exactly.
Yes.
Like,
well, I'll tell you. Can I tell you something? I came up with this. You know, if you come out with something quite clever, people that don't get it go, away you go. That's no right. Anyway, I said, I don't know why we have New Year in January. It should actually be somewhere like Easter, right? And they said, this guy thinks New Year should be at Easter. And they all, And then I looked it up and found it was. So the New Year used to be at Easter. Esther, the egg, the new life.
Yeah, and I think it's the Julian calendar.
Julian calendar, as opposed to Gregorian.
Yeah.
So there we are.
Listen. Scott, you made a sick old man very happy. I'm gonna let,
as long as I haven't made a happy old man very sick.
I'm genuinely, I've been cranky as an old rusty nail all night. You ought to have heard the language when I was going for Mrs. Tutzel.
Maybe we ought not to.
Oh my goodness! It would have turned your hair white. Okay, listen, I'm going to split right.
Listen, you take care of your dear self. Love to Mrs. Tops and Dinky-Doo.
Thanks, lad. Take care.
Ta-ra. What a top man. There he goes. Wonderful stuff. Now, who else have we got here? Fantastic. Good on you, Tops. We're here, I tell you. Now, what do we got here? Joshua has shared the live. Is that not just beautiful? Guys, thank you for all your lovely, lovely gifts tonight. Is there any particular reason why Midwinter was chosen to begin the new year? Yes, they wanted to take over the old winter festival. I think that was it. You had the winter festival, and they wanted to take that over. Can you give my dad a shout out? Gary. Yes, I can. I can give Gary a good shout out. Thank you for following, guys. That's amazing. Thank you, Michael. And Anonymous has just joined us. We love that. And Danny's joined us, and Don Fandango. Tremendous, folks. What a great show tonight. You people are beautiful. I tell you. Do you think McClue would make a good Doctor Who? Oh, what do we like? So there we go. I'll just have to. There we have it. And there we go. And I'll just pop this in, guys. Wonderful. And that's it. Sorry, just sorting a couple of things out here. There we are. Wonderful. Right, that's that. And back we go. Now then, Amy says, I always book a week off work in January. I'm off the week starting the 19th of January. If you take a week off, it goes in faster. Clever. Professor Numptyhead is with us. Hi, Susan. There we are. It's been a great show tonight, Scottie, says Susan. Sends me a lovely sunflower. My birthday's also in January, Rabbi Burns Day, the 25th. So, Broonbreed, you will be... Are you a Capricorn? Or are you just getting on to the Aquarius? There, do tell. I think we need to be told. Fantastic. Thank you very much for liking the live, guys. Make sure you follow us. And, of course, go to your app store and download Dinky-Doo Radio and get that as well. Very, very important. And get onto your Facebook at Glasgow Essentials. See if we can get to 500 tonight. We're only 2 weeks old, so it's very new. Wonderful stuff. So Rabbi Burns Day. So there you are. So you were born Aquarius, Brune Breed, I was thinking you would just scrape in as an Aquarian. Because my mother was a Capricorn and she was, I think, the 18th or the 19th or that, I tell you. Gypsy Jack's joined us. Thank you very much. Lovely to have you with us. Rangers or Celtic? Well, you're best to go and see them both play. They're both very good teams, but obviously today one was better than the other. But go and see them play and make up your mind which one you want to support. That's what I would say. So there we are. And thank you so much, guys, for tonight. It's just been amazing. There we are. Buns Day on a Sunday this year. Are you doing a Buns Day special the day before? I might do a Buns Day special on the Saturday night because that would be this show. And we could turn this show into a Buns Night special. There we are. Fan club. I've got a fan club, guys. And we've just completed some great marathon on the old TikTok. Isn't that beautiful? It's so beautiful, I tell you. Now, who else have we got here? I think we're going to have to say goodbye to... we're going to have to say goodbye to some wee guy here, guys. A wee Ned. There we are. End of that. Right, that's him away. You have to keep standards up, don't you? I tell you. How many famous McClue's pies did you sell over the holidays? Oh, Gerald. The best one, of course, is the vegetarian lattice slice and the rich chicken sauce. But obviously, when you're selling in Scotland, a lot of steak pie. I hope David's okay, Scottie to Susan. Susan, we haven't heard from David for, I would think, almost a year. It's amazing how quick. You'll find out I'm putting up stuff occasionally on the videos. And when you look at it, you see it's like 4 years ago. Incredible. There we are. Suggest the national anthem, the Hebrides Overture. So you'd be looking at the likes of Fingal's Cave. So that would be, God save our King. God save our King. Send him victorious. It's a wee bit sad, isn't it? Laney says Flower of Scotland. No, Flower of Scotland's had its day. We're dumping that, hopefully, for the World Cup. Love from Parkhead. Great to see you on, says Sal. Good one, Sal. That's the kind of attitude we're looking for. Love to Parkhead, I say. There we go. And to Ibrox, of course. It's wonderful. Thank you for sending me a glow stick. I'll be able to glow in the dark. Guys, I've got to go. We're out of time. I love you. Night, night. There we are. And that's our beautiful TikTokers have had to go. And to our lovely, lovely, lovely YouTubers, I have to say good night. God bless. Dinky-Doo and ta-ra, lads. Stick your tongue out and say ta-ta. Ta-ta. One last shot. One last shot. Ta-ta.